to some reality TV madness. Whether it's denial or delusion. I'm gonna get one of these buttons right. There we go. Bam. Whether it's denial or delusion, Love and Hip Hop star Rasheeda Frost attempts to explain why she's forgiven her husband Kirk after multiple acts of infidelity during their marriage. The couple's mess has been playing out on the VH1 series, with Rasheeda even taking off her ring when she found out about Kirk's love child. Now he's being accused by the mother of his youngest child of not only being an absent parent, but also of trying to still sleep with her recently, which we've seen play out on Love and Hip Hop. Now, do you guys think Rasheeda is embarrassed by Kirk? And would you stay with the man who had a baby with someone else while with you? Babs, the gods are telling me go to you first. I want to know your take on this.
First of all, that's what you get for having a wife, okay? That's the difference between a wife and a girlfriend. Sometimes the wife is dumb. Okay? Sometimes the wife is dumb. Right? And in this case, the wife is dumb. All right? How many times over and over and over again is this man have you looking crazy to the world? But you know, to each his own. No disrespect, Rasheeda. I don't ever want to disrespect you. You know, I got love for you, girl. I'm just, you know, it's just how I see it right here. At the end of the day, bugging. I could get past anything, but you have a baby on me.
Jesus.
It's a dub. Like we not getting past that. Like that's just too much. And then homegirl talking about he accident father. What did you think he was gonna be there? Like what did you think? These chicks are delusional, man. You can't blame him for being an absent father. Like get the child support money, boo, and keep it pushing. That's it.
Having a baby on me is wild. And I know Val say to death do us part. And maybe that's what Rasheeda is saying. To death do us part. You know, babies, cheating, infidelity. But damn, how much does one have to take? Angelea.
Ain't no coming back from that. Like, once you have a baby on me, it's a wrap. Because I'm not the one, the two, or the three. I'm not dealing with it. I've experienced that before. So when I was married and pregnant with my son, my ex-husband, he had another girl pregnant, but I had no idea. So like my son has a sister and they're 6 months apart. So my son was born in August of 2012. His sister was born in January or March of 2013, I believe 2013, 6 months. But how I found out was on Twitter. So yes. So like I knew that he had messed around with the girl before. You know, he wasn't faithful. Like even when I got with him, he had his
Angelea. I remember this from years ago.
He had his own shit going with him. So I ain't saying I'm right either.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Is this around your time when you was on America's Next Top Model?
This was after.
After. But I feel like I remember this being like a blog post about Twitter or something. Okay, go ahead. I finally get the real story.
So I went on Twitter because I had knew about the girl. Like he had was messing with her, whatever. So I went on her page, and so she had added him, and she was like, "You left something in Arizona," and so I was like, "What did he leave it? What did he leave in Arizona?" So I click, and the next picture was a picture of a baby. I said, "What?" I was like, "Now at this time, me and him, we were separated. I had already moved back here, but you know how men be blah blah blah. I'm talking that I'm gonna get with you. I'll change XYZ." So I immediately called I was talking to his mother, and I was like, he never told me that he had a baby. Like never said about any of this. And she was like, "He said you knew." What? The day I found out was the day I found out on Twitter, when I decided to snoop and decided to be detective and be like, let me go on this girl page and see what's going on. And you got a whole baby X states away. So the ghetto yeah.
So what happened after that? I'm pretty sure y'all broke up.
Yeah, we what? It was
how crazy did you go on him? What'd you do?
So I was here and he was in the city, you know. So it's like I couldn't like run up on him and be all up in his face and be doing. Now I've done some stuff like that in past relationships when I was like 21. Just Lord, I ain't proud of it, but just going to people houses, egging the cars, keying the
Yeah.
cars, doing all that type of
I done did it too, child.
yeah, all that type of nonsense. You know, you be young, you be like, I want to show him, I want to show him I care about blah blah blah. It's mine. Stupid shit, right?
Stupid.
But I probably, if I was living in the city, I probably would have did some stupid shit because I was gone. That was my husband at the time. I was gone over that man. He couldn't tell me nothing about him. But me and the girl ended up being cordial. Like when I went to Phoenix, when my sister lived there a few years ago, like my son and his sister met up for the first time. So, you know, it's like no like
No
animosity toward
animosity.
yeah, no animosity towards her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the man. And just to piggyback, just to go back full circle to Rasheeda, because you know, we talked about this a few weeks ago. And you know, like I was bigging her up and I love Rasheeda, I do. But I also do feel for Jasmine, who is a bad bitch, by the way. I love that picture. But I feel for Jasmine because when you first watch it, when she's coming to her with all this, it's like you got all this energy for Jasmine, but the reason why Jasmine exists is because of your husband.
He stuck his dick in her and skeeted.
Yes.
No, 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 no.
Oh,
Yes.
bad. We finna get the
No.
argument. We finna get the arguing.
No. We're
Yes.
not gonna do that.
We
Yes,
is doing that. Come on, let's talk about it.
Jasmine is gonna have some type of accountability because she knew that was a married man.
I'm not, you know what?
She knew that,
and
and
I'm
she
not
let him
saying-
come and go in the club and go doop 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 all up in the club.
Come on, sound effects.
Unprotected sex with a married man, and then you blame the man for not being there, and he's the bad guy? Are you kidding me?
He is the bad guy.
No.
You know what? I'm not saying, hold on, Oliver, hold on. I'm not saying that Jasmine ain't in the wrong, because yes, she knew that this is a married man, but at the end of the day, it ain't her responsibility. It's not her responsibility. It's the man's responsibility. He's
Her
the one that's
responsibility to have a baby with her nigga. That wasn't her nigga. That was somebody else nigga. So why you think he gonna be at the crib chilling, being a family man with you, boo? That's not your nigga. That's somebody else man. So at the end of the day, you set this life up for you and your kid. You a bad mother because you set this life up for your kid. Let's talk about it. Why you didn't want your kid father in the house? Why you ain't want your kid father to be your man? You wanted your kid father to be somebody else, man?
you know what? Let me say, she may have thought, because a lot of women, a lot of side chicks feel like they think this way. They think I'ma take the husband from the wife. He's gonna end up being with me. So she probably thought that way. She probably thought that.
Look how long he been with Rasheeda. He ain't going nowhere. You're the idiot to think. And look at this picture right here. Where is Rasheeda going? Where? So you a fool. That you gonna take this woman's husband. You foul for even thinking that. So at the end of the day, you chicks out here, y'all gotta take accountability, man. It wasn't your man. I could see if that was your man. You didn't know he was with her. He lied to you. He told you it was all about you. And then next thing you know, you have this baby and you find out all of this stuff. That wasn't the case, boo. And then you go on Love and Hip Hop and try to make my girl look crazy. Nah, bitch, it's your fault. You looking crazy because he's still with her.
So, as your residential gay bestie, I don't got no coochie to get nutted in or one to push your baby out. So I'm just standing on the outside looking in. A married man's business is the married man's business, okay? Now, if you bring your ass over here and laying with me, I don't really got shit to do with that, in my personal opinion. Unless I know y'all personally or it's some type of close tie like that. Whatever you and your wife or husband or whoever got going on over there, that's for y'all to figure out, okay? when you come over here and we do, whatever Kirk and whatever Kirk and Jasmine was doing, in my personal opinion, that is not Jasmine's responsibility for how Rasheeda gonna feel about that. That's Kirk's responsibility. Now, at the point at which a baby gets involved into the situation, I'm like, mama, and I'm talking to Jazz, you can't expect this man who was tiptoeing over here with you to now give you a full treatment of a mother and a partner when you was just on the side. And I agree with Babs. As a parent, I do question, why would you want to bring a child into that situation knowing what the setup is? That, I hate to say it this way, Jasmine was a jump off that he was jumping in, and now a baby done jumped out. And now everybody trying to jump up. All this is Kirk's fault, to be quite honest. It's all Kirk's fault. It's all Kirk's fault. It's all Kirk's fault.
Yes.
It is. But I'm also like Jasmine, there's no way you could have thought normalcy could have been created out of this situation when it was chaos from the very beginning. Having a baby by a married man with a whole life, whole wife, children, set up, empire, whole thing. It almost gives me, I don't know, Jasmine, almost gives me you was doing it for a check. You know, I ain't gonna lie. Baby, if I was pregnant by Kirk Frost, baby, come on, shit.
But that's what I mean. Get the child support money. Stop trying to bash this man like he the worst father when you knew what type of time it was gonna be when you decided to let him go in the club and all up in the club. Like, you can't do that. And let me go back, because I did say she was a bad mother, and I want to apologize because I don't know this woman, so I'm not gonna say that, but I'm gonna say that act was not a good mother act to do. Okay, I'm not purposely gonna set this life up for my child. And it's a little bit different for me because, I'm in the life and I don't just lay down and pop up pregnant. My pregnancy got to be planned, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole planning situation. You know what I mean? So that's a little bit different for me. But overall, ladies, you got to start taking 50% of the accountability when you have a baby by a dude that ain't your dude.
Period. I agree with you.
He's gone.